Hey, welcome everybody to the Friday, Monday, Wednesday, week 46 program design review. Got a special treat for you this week. Always challenging you to improve your warm-up. Well, today I have a special guest speaker, warmer-upper in the house. It's no other than the Ric Flair, Elf on the Shelf artist, Andy Wales over here. All right. Absolutely killing it with the Journey Jacks. So I'm asking him to start the program design review kickoff with the Journey Jacks. That way you don't have to search for this warm-up amongst another list of videos. You just see it in this video. So we're about to get started. Here we go.
All right, let's get those torsos twisted. Oh. Come on.
Oh, where's Cindy at? Oh, there she is. All right.
Reach down and touch your toes.
Where am I?
Right here.
Go. We're going to go. 3, 2, 1. Side to side. Over the back. Put a little twist in. Forward, low. 3, 2, 1. Hey, phrases. Let me hear you say, whoa! The higher you shoot. Let's get down to the squat position. I said go. Hand up squat. Ready, set, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Circles.
Get ready. It's coming now.
Arms out to the side and now. Boot camp style started out. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
2.
Let's get loud.
3.
This is what you came for. Journey.
Oh, you.
Journey.
Fitness.
Journey.
Fitness.
Journey.
Fitness.
We are.
All in.
We are.
All in.
We are.
All in.
Breakdown.
Ah.
Breakdown.
Ah.
Breakdown.
Ah.
Give me 2 claps. Rick.
Good job. Now, Andy, if that was your group's first time doing it, I saw you prep them real well the other day. What would you tell
Got a group of introverts.
them?
The passive aggressive introverts. You're gonna say, do this together. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. You're gonna say 1 loud like that. When we get to 4, and immediately a J loud like that. J, you know how to spell journey?
Yeah.
J.
Oh, U-R-N-E-Y Journey Fitness. There it is, just like that, guys. So thank you, Andy. Great job with that. High five,
Shout out to JC,
yeah,
original gangsta.
the original gangster. And JC, your efforts are not lost on us. We appreciate it. So on to the Friday, Monday, Wednesday program design review. Here we go. Great job, Andy. Really good. Whew. I was listening to him from the office. Absolutely nailing it the other day.
Blue coaching red in that.
That's good stuff. All right. So the Friday, Monday, Wednesday that we're putting up, I got to cast over to my screen for my peeps over here. And then we will get started. So here it is. The suggested warm-up of the week is Journey Jacks. Okay, we're suggesting that as our warm-up. And I'm actually going to suggest it for both, just because, you know what, if you can practice the breakdown warm-up all week, why not practice the Journey Jacks all week? Let's start off with number 1, and I'll go as fast as possible for you. So the dumbbell Turkish get up, double press. Remember, we highlight things in orange that we're questioning. Is this the right exercise for your group, for time, for equipment, whatever? We highlight things in green that are starting station. This one gets a double highlight. You won't see that very often. It's like kind of like seeing like a albino deer or something, right? It's like seeing a deer, bro. You know, that's half deer, half zebra. Okay, so the Turkish get up with the double press. The reason we've highlighted in orange is because maybe you want to start with only the half a get up if you're doing that double press, because there's a lot happening there. You're pressing at the top of the hip bridge, you're pressing at the half kneeling, you're pressing all the way up, you know, each time 2 times, and on top of doing a complex movement to begin with. So maybe consider coaching only the half a get up where they only make it to either the hip bridge, or you could take them all the way to half kneeling, but then they'll get a few more reps. Of course, then you save your level 3 coaching, right? For the ones that are more advanced, you can tell them get all the way up with it, do all those presses, right? But for making it work for the majority, you might want to do that. For me, I'm also using the lightning sound effect for my co-coach every time they're pressing on, lightning's going. I also will have a workshop when it's time to teach the Turkish get up, because I have found, after doing this for a number of years, I have found that I save myself time as a coach by inviting everybody down on the ground for my demo. And I'll say, okay, we're going to go, out here, and we're going to go elbow, right? So you rise to your elbow, push through your hand, hip bridge, swoop the leg, half kneeling, all the way up, back the way you came, reverse lunge, touch the hand down, etc. Right? So tell them, hey, everybody, quick little workshop. Now, you spent an extra minute in demos, but you allowed yourself to be a more effective coach because less people needed you at that station. All right. So the gorilla walks to karaoke, this is, definitely a cardio-based exercise. So you're challenging the pace. We do have gorilla noises on our fun coaching song list. So you can play the gorilla noises and get a few chuckles and make people smile. And that's what we want to do. Kettlebell, plyo box, goblet, lateral step-ups. It's a DECA training opportunity. We all know that there's a station with the lateral box overs. So if you're adding weight and doing a lateral step up, you are going to make it seem lighter when it's just your body going over that. So that's how you explain that it's a DECA training opportunity. Also, balance challenge for those working on their balance. So good stuff happening there. Mixed grip pull-ups, also highlighted in green. You have 2 coaches on the floor, then you want one over there at the Turkish get up starting, and then you want one over there at the pull-up bar starting. Or maybe you want to both start at the pull-up bars because you got so many people that want to go to the bar that for one coach to get all the people's feet in the straps as fast as you need to, it might be very difficult. And so we want to have good customer service and make sure that we're there. It's why we have a key starting point, because if that pull-up bar was not part of your key starting points, you've just given bad customer service. They spent their whole time during that set looking for help. Right? And you don't want that. So be ready to spot. Remember when you spot them, where do you want to spot? Right on their butt? No,
Yes.
not on their butt, right?
I was gonna say that.
No, you want to spot like on the rhomboid area, right? I've even spotted at their feet before, because I've actually sometimes been spotting 2 people at once. That's like, and so I'm just giving them like an extra 10, 20 pounds, reduced weight, to help them up. But the rhomboid area, making sure that you teach them how to anchor their foot, coming around on top of the foot that has already got a band on it. And then that way they got kind of a good plumb line right there. I like to play Toby Keith. I love this bar around 3 minutes, 39 seconds. That's a good spot for that. And there's that one. So next highlight in orange. Cam is a better athlete than I am at my age, because I don't do very well with the stability ball side plank. I can do it, but I can tell you it's very challenging for my shoulders. I consider myself to be more advanced than a majority of our population. And so when I know that something's difficult for me, I think of how difficult it might be for that majority that I'm more advanced than. So what do you do when you see that situation and the program design has been given to you? You may want to consider, well, if this is my majority, then what would be a planking exercise where there is a transverse movement, right? Because rotation is transverse, right? So what is my transverse movement? And it could be the stability ball stir the pot. And that's probably how we'll write it this week. And that's probably the filmed exercise that we'll throw up on CloudFit. Now, if I had a younger group like Corning does, and a bunch of athletes, I probably keep it the same, right? It's just, you have to look at your location and say, will the majority of people be falling off this ball and possibly injuring their shoulder? And if so, then, I got to change this up a little bit because this is who my majority is. All right. Then we go in round 2 and we got the dumbbells 21s. Love them. We learned we learned through the B3 that really muscle growth comes from the burn, and you'll get no greater burn than when you give a challenging weight to your dumbbell 21. So, count them out. You can play a little Arnold, do your Arnold impressions, right? All that about pumping you up and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to Sam Jackson, Ricardo. You guys do the good impressions there. the kettlebell plyo box, rear foot, elevated split squat with a clean. There's a lot going on there, okay? We could easily throw a green highlight on here since the lower half doesn't really have a key starting point. This is one where you may have to help people get their feet into position, like they may need to lean on you to get some balance. You know, you're definitely going to have to teach them the movement. Whenever it is about teaching the clean, start off in that clean position with your thumb pointing behind you, right? Your thumb is pointing to the wall behind you, and then you're zipping it up, right? So it's like a zipping your coat at that point. So there's a lot to teach over there. It's good, challenging movement. Single leg squatting is actually better than double leg. We've proven that we can load half the body, actually a little bit more than we could load it if we were just on a bilateral position. So great exercise, great activity, challenge weight. Body weight push-ups, you're teaching the perfect push-up, which Sam already did a great job in the video. I won't go into that, but you know, keep those elbows in tight, monitor the form, make sure the hips aren't sagging, make sure the butts aren't up in the air, all that kind of good stuff. Super band half kneeling, single arm pull down, okay? So you may want to choose to coach the inline position to make this as much a core activity as it is a back and bicep rowing activity, right? Whenever we say half kneeling, if you get that front foot in line with that back knee, you're giving them a stability challenge because you've narrowed the base, so you've increased the instability, and increasing instability increases intensity, right? So that's a good idea to do. Then you get a little bit more involved. Now, for us, we have another orange highlight on here. Corning has more dumbbells than us, okay? They also have a bigger space than us. You'll notice up above that where there was a stability ball, there's now a challenge to do an eccentric deadlift. If I am a coach, a director, a franchise or an owner of a location, I have to think, okay, how's my layout compared to Corning? Our layout is not as big and it doesn't allow for as many dumbbells. So I asked myself, according to our program design, what was Jeremy trying to achieve here? Jeremy was trying to achieve the hinge, right? We have hip flexion, hip extension in every workout. That's your hinge, right? That's what works our posterior. So what we're going to do, instead of doing a dumbbell eccentric deadlift, since our kettlebell station is taken up and our dumbbell station is taken up with the 21s, we're going to keep that stability ball out and we're going to do a lying leg curl. It's actually, sometimes you'll see the abbreviation in past workouts called SHELK. SHELK, trivia of the day. What is SHELK? What is that acronym? Supine hip extension leg curl. Okay. So we're going to do a supine face up hip extension, leg curl. And then that way we're still going to be working the posterior as Jeremy intended, but we don't have to worry about not having as many dumbbells or as much space as him. All right, so if that applies to you, that might be a good one for you to do. And then finally, you just got your core cardio. So you got your leg raises, predator jacks, all that kind of stuff. You can have fun with it. I love kidding around. I get a laugh every time when I'm like, all right, for the predator jacks, you know how it goes. We just finished Halloween. When you do the predator jack, you got to make noise. You got to be like, ha, right? And sometimes even when I'm coaching that circuit of 25 seconds, I'll be like, I say breakdown, you say ha, right? Everybody's yelling. When I demo it, I teach that the regression for the ha is ha, right? If you just want to do that, and everybody chuckles a little bit. But yeah, play NFL songs, you know, have out the footballs when the Heisman's going on. I like to do the little brick house song, like as if the 180 jump squats were a dance move. I've had good videos with people wiggling their hips as they're rotating around. You can turn on the lights, turn down your main lights, turn up your fun lights, you know, that kind of stuff. So there it is, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, program design review.